Mic check, mic check. One,
What's up,
two,
guys?
1, 2.
And we're back.
We're back with another episode of The Place That Breaks Your Podcast. I am Jason Nitz, one of many facets of Warforged. And here's some of my cohorts.
Hi, my name is Alex.
Triple C Damski over here.
Triple C's, man. Triple C's? I got my microphone, man. Listen, man.
Use your other hand.
I don't want to use you because you were chewing gum and you were talking into it, and I'm afraid of it now.
Why?
That's the legit
Like it'll
reason.
smell like gum?
Yeah, that's just there's gum near it. I don't like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Even the gum being here is covered, which is nice, but it's
Oh,
freaking
let's
me
leave
out,
it
man.
open.
No, if you
Here,
leave it
can I
open.
put it on your can to save for later, actually?
I mean, the can's empty. Go ahead, do whatever you want, man.
Okay.
It's gonna. I hate it so much. It's gonna make me throw up. Yeah, that's seriously. Yeah, you should.
Is it that bad? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I hate it. I hate them so. No, you're gonna be sorry. It's a good gag, dude. Because it's ridiculous that I hate it that much.
Yeah.
I still want you to actually puke because I think you would.
No, I wouldn't puke. I just get really.
Well, Jason Axe would puke if you puked. And then
Yeah,
I
I
would just
would.
laugh.
I would just laugh. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I would puke.
I probably wouldn't puke.
You wouldn't puke.
Puke doesn't make me
would
puke.
puke.
I just think it's funny.
Yeah, puke doesn't make me puke
If I have to
either.
smell it, I'll puke.
Yeah.
The smell might be
I
bad,
don't.
especially
name's-
at right after eating Taco Bell. Like, yeah, maybe.
Taco Bell. Shout out Taco Bell. Plugging them.
My name's Phallus Damski. I play bass and guitar and drums
And lyric.
and keyboard, and I do some
And
vocals.
Samp.
Yeah, and I also play the kazoo, and
Yeah,
I do the
the
polka
glocken-
parts, and
and
I
the
I play the
glockenspiel.
accordion and the triangle. Shut up!
My name is Maxwell Charles Damski, and I play guitar in the band
Max Triple C.
Warforged.
Triple C.
Call me
Middle name
Maxwell
drop.
Chuck.
Maxwell Triple C Damn.
Chucky Finster Damski.
Chucky Vincent Triple
Yeah, you are
C.
Chucky, dude.
You're like
Chunky,
Chucky on
dude.
Cost here,
I'm more of a
dude.
chunky than a
You're like
chunky.
Chunky
Yo,
Finster
man,
on
it's
Cost
chunky,
here.
bro. Yo, man, it's chunky. Man.
Yeah.
What's up? I'm chunky.
Yeah, dude. That's so sick.
Not really, but
Yeah, you're not a chunky. Chunkies have to be short.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm more of a biggie.
Yeah, you're a biggie for sure.
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
King
biggie.
size.
Biggie large.
Hell yeah.
Go to this guy's house. He
Biggie
gives out
size.
king size candy bars
Dave
on
Thomas,
Halloween.
Biggie
Dude.
size.
Yeah.
We're filming this in the mid-summer's eve in this.
Jason introduced himself.
That's fine. We can just keep going.
Oh no! Introduce yourself, Jace, please.
No, that's fine. We can just keep going.
Yeah, let's keep going. All right. Anyway,
Wait, here. Hank's here though.
This is Hank, auxiliary member of Warforged.
He doesn't like it.
Bart. Bart.
What's your matter, stupid? Scared?
no, he just wants to rest.
What are you gonna be like that?
Yeah, why'd you call him
Apologize.
Dude, you might,
Apologize.
You know how much bigger my brain is than his brain?
stupid? Yeah, but he's a dog.
Yeah, do you know how
at
much
least
he's smarter
like
than
one
you
and a half
still?
times bigger.
How big? How much
And he's
bigger
still smarter than
is your
you.
penis than his?
And he still fucks more than you.
I mean, yeah, dude.
he fucks more than you. He's smarter than you.
Sorry, Hank.
He can
I mean,
write a
it's
better
been-
song than you.
I mean, like, I'm trying to calculate. It's like 30 times bigger, I think.
What, Hank's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Than mine.
Yeah. That sounds
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
We'll insert a picture comparison here.
I have to jack off with a needle and thread. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't. How do you do it? I wrap the thread around my penis just so I could feel it. Hing, hing, ding, 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 ding,
Oh,
ding, ding,
like
I guess you could just masturbate with the needle end with it because it's.
Do you put the needle like in the
sucks.
urethra?
like a sounding rod?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you use it as a sounding rod?
No, I sound the needle thing because it's bigger. The hole is bigger
What?
than my cock.
You sound the
Right.
needle.
Yeah.
Yeah, you put the needle in.
No, I fucked
In
the
the-
needle because my dick is so small.
Oh, you fucked the little like.
Oh, you fucked the little hole
in the
that the
needle.
string
that you put
goes
the string.
in.
Oh, okay, okay.
Gotta
okay.
be more specific.
I actually broke the record for the biggest
Most
ball, the
microscopic-
biggest balls to penis shaft ratio. Dude. It's 16,000 times bigger. My balls. They're in my socks right now. They're tucked in there.
Are you
Yeah,
you're
it's
a
a-
ball Sockian dude from, from fucking Men in Black 4 that was never made. A ball Sockian dude. This man got his balls in his socks.
Ball Sockian.
He's a ball chinian.
That'd be so sick if Chris
Ball
Rock
chinian.
was dressed as a ball chinian.
Yeah.
And Will Smith punched him. That would have been sick. Yeah, there's a nice 6-month-old joke for you there.
It would have been funny.
Will, he's a Balchinian.
He's a Balchinian.
He goes, oh.
Well, anyway.
Dude, I just love the Balchinian, man. That's
Balchinian.
It's one of the
Kick
best
ass,
jokes
dude.
in the whole
Yeah, it's
fucking
like
world.
cemented into my brain.
Yeah, dude.
That's like one of the I probably only remember 5 things about that movie, but I remember that the most vividly.
Yeah, I just
Next to the
remember that.
pens that were like, you know.
And Johnny Knoxville with like the backpack version of himself.
Oh
Remember
yeah,
that? That was sick.
he was fucking crazy. Yeah.
Lara Flynn Boyle and then Rosario Dawson flying away
Yeah,
at the
don't
end.
remember all this, but
Well, that's the 5
glad
things,
you
bro.
do.
Remember those ant guys? Those weird
the
ants.
song's actually about Men in Black.
Yeah, dude. It is
Not.
about black beaches,
Black sand.
black
beaches.
sand beaches. Yeah.
Yes.
I love this song, man. The place that breaks your hose. The reason I really like
The
this song
place
is
that
because I
break
think
your
it's one of the
ball.
most like
The
I think
place
it's
that
the most
break your bones.
melancholic song we've ever written. Like it really I think musically and lyrically it definitely grabs that vibe, but it's kind of like an emotion that I feel like hasn't really been conveyed before in our music. So it was cool to kind of have this like dark melodic texture throughout the entire song. Because it is a really melodic song, whichever way you look at it. But you know, some parts are very like waltzy, like you're in the haunted ballroom, but in a sick way.
Yeah, definitely haunted ballroom
Yeah.
part.
But it's done in a way that isn't cheesy.
Right,
Which I
yeah.
think is what makes the song work, is that
Yeah.
it's just sick, not cheesy.
Yeah, it was cool. The first time you sent a demo over for it, I loved it because it was like, this to me sounds like it definitely has a lot of Warforged elements to it, like the atmosphere and the layering of the song. And I think I just thought it like the first time I heard it, I just thought like melodic Warforged. So I liked it right off the bat, and I had known at the time, I was like, well, lyrically it should probably be something like not super angry or something super fucking, you know, like superfluous, I guess. But I just love this. It's such a. I just really like this song. I really like the places that it goes. I really like the melodies, and yeah, I don't think we have another song that's quite like this one.
Definitely not.
Like
no.
it's a very unique one on the record. I really like the placing of where it is on the record is like the penultimate track, because I feel like it's a very dramatic song, and sometimes I feel like on records that's almost one of the most important parts about setting up your finale, is making sure you have a different enough vibe to contrast it that's not boring. Because I feel like, I don't know, a lot of people listen to records. I think a lot of people listen to metal records. Sometimes they'll go in front to back. Sometimes they might do a shuffle listen. But sometimes I think, like, if you look at Spotify plays, you'll notice, like, when a band drops a record, especially ours, the first half has bigger plays than the second half, depending on how they're listening to it. But I would assume if they're going in to listen to it the first time, you know, maybe not everybody will reach the back half of this song. But I do think it's, like, a really good, like, wind up in a pitch for fucking Painted Heart, which we'll obviously talk about later. But I really like that, because I felt like Voice, Old Friend, was really good with doing that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
With setting up the ending of that album. But I feel like Place That Breaks Your Bones is such a fucking different song than that. Like, it couldn't be any more fucking different. And it's just another really cool collaboration piece, as far as like Alex writing all of the fucking music, and then I think you did you write all the music? And the lyrics are fucking, that's another fun story. But I figured I'd dive into that after we talked about the music some more. But yeah, I just really like the I think my favorite part, possibly one of my favorite parts on the record, is that section with Danny on it. But the music behind it, I just really liked that the melodies there. And
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
So you have like that, like the clean part. You've got like the groove underneath it. You know, there's another like part going on there too, I think.
it's like
But-
it's like
My bass
Agalloch
part is not
Warforged
Yeah,
in a way.
yeah.
shit. Yeah, I don't know. That's just like a tight ass song, as far as like there's only like 4 fucking elements to it.
Yeah, you did a
You
really
know?
good job of not making
a-
it like insane.
Yeah, it's
You
a
did a really
very-
good job of keeping it narrow and like on a good track.
Yeah, it's a every fucking bit of that, everything that's introduced gets used to its potential as far as I can
And it
tell.
all connects really well. It all
Yeah.
flows really well.
Yeah.
That was the one thing I started noticing about this record too, was that we started, once I heard this song, it was kind of a signifier that we started doing a better job of that with our songwriting, where it was sort of like, instead of using our songs to just like take every single listener on 18 different sections, you know, and 18 different emotions, it's kind of cool to sometimes try and go for something a little bit more focused in the songwriting, because I feel like this song emotionally is like really melancholic, but it just hits so many different, it also hits a lot of complex feelings, but the way that the music lends itself to flow into itself so well that I feel like it made it really easy to kind of figure out lyrics for it.
I think it's one of the chorus melody is like probably one of the weirdest fucking melodies on the record as far as the.
It's very catchy though. Yeah.
Yeah, it's because that part's kind of like weird tension, and then it goes to the
Like the tail of that riff. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very like it gets very melodic at the end. It's a weird part, and like I think it's
way-
really sick.
All
Both
the
of-
different layers too. The clean guitar kind of doing some chords underneath
Yeah.
it too, and adds a little, I don't know, sparkliness to it.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Definitely.
layers of that chorus. There's like the
Yeah.
Mellotron. There's like a Rhodes thing that you can kind of hear. Like you can't really hear it until you get to the clean break.
When I recorded my part, I'm like, oh, I didn't realize this was in the demo, because it's like,
See the demo. The
kinda
demo of
buried
this
in
song's
there.
interesting because like all the fucking keyboard shit, all the synth stuff was like way up in the demos, and it's way down in the fucking final product. And I think that was like, this song probably has like the most synths in it. I think of all the songs on the record.
yeah, or just like layers in
I have
general to
go
some
and
degree.
count, but yeah, that is probably.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I don't think there's like a section of this song that doesn't have some kind of synth going on, you know, or some kind of background thing at least, you know. I mean, if we
Which
look
I
at
think gives it that Warforged element to it.
Yeah,
But it's
definitely.
interesting that you there was something you said, I had a really good point to it, but then we just started talking about the demo. The tension that the chorus kind of builds up.
Yeah.
I think that after the chorus, and each part's after the chorus, you know, there's a relief to that.
Yeah, the
you know?
solo and then the
you get the solo, you get the fucking
the
clean
end.
part, and then you get the solo at the end, and it leads into the acoustic part, which I think is that relief at the end of the song that it kind of builds up to, which I love. Man, this song is so fucking.
Malcolm Pugh
it's a
loves
knockout,
this clean part too, which was a relief when we were showing him
It's
the
really
demos.
like I don't think
This is
you
the
loved
first
it.
he
was
heard
like,
of that.
yeah, we were like, oh,
Yeah.
we were doing clean vocals, and he was like, oh, yeah, and like we showed it. He's like, dude, that part's like the shit. And
Yeah,
I
he
agree.
really
I think that's
liked it.
probably my favorite clean part too. I think it like the way it leads into that, and then that leads into the fucking like breakdown kind of thing.
Yeah,
I think it's
it
like
is cool.
really fucking. It's a good flow. Yeah, this song in general just has a good flow. First, I'll bring it up again. I'm bringing it up all over the place. Not all over the place. Shut up. But yeah, first song. I had COVID last year. First song I wrote after COVID.
Oh yeah.
And it was
When you thought you couldn't write music.
yeah,
again.
I thought because you get really bad brain fog after you have COVID. Like you feel really weird and you feel like a shell. And then like that lasts for like 2 weeks probably almost. If you watch our Cali Death podcast. I'm in brain fog mode.
Yeah, you were like knee deep in it at that
Yeah,
point.
that was deep. Yeah, it was
You mentioned
sick.
that a few times. Where you're like, I don't think I'll have ideas. There's
Yeah.
always points in your life where you're like, I'll ever write a song. And it's like, I
Yeah.
think that's so funny because it's like, yeah, you will.
I don't think
Yeah,
I haven't
you're-
had that. I
you
haven't
have
had that
such
in
an
a long
interesting
time. But
brain
that
with
one,
songwriting.
that specifically was like, what if
Yeah.
it fucked me up for life, and
It's
I
like,
can
no,
never
you'll be fine, man.
write and feel something to write a song again. But yeah, I watched this after I was watching "Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead." And I was thinking about that fucking verse riff, like how the guitars are. One guitar is doing like a trem picking stuff, and then the other guitar is doing like a let ring type of fucking thing. And I was like, oh, that'd be cool to try to explore like what you could do with that. And then it kind of just ballooned from there. It was really quick. That song was done in like 2 days, I think.
Yeah, you sent a lot of drafts of it.
Yeah, I
This
was
is
like,
probably the most you had updated us with any sort of drafts of song, but I think you sent like 3 or 4 of them. And
yeah, because I was unsure
cool.
about it, because I was like, I want to make sure you guys thought it was
Yeah,
good.
you
I
had
was
the
like,
brain fog. Yeah, you're trying
I
to
was
get
like, I don't-
validation.
Well, I was
yeah.
kind of out of it at that point. You know,
Okay.
Christina Applegate's hotness helped me get out of it.
It was one of those songs where you definitely sent it over, and I thought you were on the right track right away, and I
Yeah.
was very confident. I noticed like you always get unconfident when you send shit all the time,
Yeah, dude.
and sometimes like I understand it because I'm like, yeah, this is like like when you like, for example, which we'll talk about in the next one, like when you first sent Painted Heart, you were like, yeah, this is it, and then I heard it and I was like, nah. But
no, it's not.
like
Yeah,
when you, I remember when you
songs
sent this though, you were like, oh, like I remember you feeling more trepidatious, and you mentioned that it was more of a melodic song, you know, in that sense. And
Yeah,
I thought maybe that was some of your fear. So,
because it's a weird song.
but when I heard it, the first thing I thought was like it has a very Warforged feel to it. I think because of that. I hate saying the fucking word, but everybody described the voice as having this like haunting sound. But I mean, you get that vibe from the chorus melody and like, and from the verses, even from the intro of the song. It's just kind of got this like shit goes bump in the night type of vibe. You know what I mean? It's like we're dancing in the graveyard, listening to song. That kind of vibe is what I'm thinking.
The intro that sounds like that
like this is a song I would recommend you like have sex with a hot goth chick or something too, or a goth man too, somebody that's into the dark arts. I would recommend
a black cat with a witch hat.
You have some dark art making love sessions
fuck
to this
a cat
song.
to this song.
Yeah, fuck a cat with a witch hat on and a pumpkin, dude.
Yeah,
come on, it's
That's
foul
terrible.
time.
It's foul
season right now.
dude.
Foul.
Yeah,
Come on, it's foul.
Fool. Anyway, lyrically, this song is a fucking hoot. Jace came back from Hawaii in the summer of 2021. I don't remember what month. August? September?
I was there in May, so it would have been like June probably.
Okay. Really? Was it that early in the summer?
Yeah, you would have been writing those, like, you did all those lyrics pretty, like, stream of conscious fast, though, didn't you?
That day I wrote that song in one go. Yeah, I wrote that song in one session because I was on, like, my third watch through of The Sopranos. Since the start of, you know, the lockdowns, and I live over by Lake Michigan now. I live pretty close to the beach on the north side of Chicago, and Jace had gotten back from a trip visiting some family in Hawaii, and we were hanging out. I hit him up to hang out on the beach because I hadn't hung out on the beach in a while. I actually haven't hung out on the beach in a while recently.
I was there yesterday. I don't like the beach.
Which beach did you go to?
Montrose Beach.
Yeah, that beach sucks.
I was trying to go there to see titties because they have the titty law there that you can show them.
Yeah, no, it's not a good beach.
Yeah.
I like going to the beach by me and on Pratt because nobody goes over there.
Yeah, that beach is the shit. That's the one that we went to.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the beach.
And that might have been the first time I went to that beach, actually.
It's an awesome beach.
Oh, no, I don't
It's
think
a very,
was,
like, neighborhoody type beach because it's not like, you know, like, it's not like North Avenue Beach or way north of that shit.
Oh,
and
yeah,
it's north of Montrose Beach, so that's really, like, the last big one in Chicago, I feel.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
the big one.
Yeah, because then it's Evanston for, like, you know,
yeah, and those are all you all got to pay to get into
Yeah.
pretty much, but Pratt is basically just like a public park, and Jason and I went over there, and since it's a public park, you know, there's a little less, like, there's not really security there, it's just fucking cops. So it's like you could smoke weed on the beach pretty much. You could drink a beer on the beach pretty much. Nobody gonna say nothing. Nobody will bail. No, ain't going down on the beach. But yeah, I remember you had gotten some. You had a beer because there's that 7-Eleven right over there that you picked up a beer from. Jace. Yeah, it was like a tall ball. Yeah, probably something like that. And you were talking to me about this black sand beach that you went on this like crazy long hike to on that trip.
Yeah.
And you were describing it so vividly, and I was smoking out of my Budsy, which is my Nalgene bottle converted into a bong. Shout out Puffco.
Oh yeah.
But I brought that over to the beach with some fresh ice. It was clean, and it was yeah. You were telling me this while I was, smoking, and I just remember the way you were describing it to me was like, obviously we were on a beach ourselves, but it was very like easy. It was very vivid. Like you did a really good job of it to where I was like, Jesus Christ, I feel like I could picture it in my fucking head.
I feel like I'm there.
Yeah, for real. But
yeah, that beach is crazy because I can't remember what it's called. I don't even know if it has a name because it's like a new beach, not a nude beach. I mean, it could be that too, but like, there are nude beaches in Hawaii, but anyway,
sure.
It's like maybe a 2-year-old beach that just kind of like formed naturally. So just it's all black sand, which is literally just like lava rock, which has been just churned up by the ocean and then just turns into sand because it's so fine,
Right.
And then just washes up, and then this like brand new beach formed, and like the only way to get to it is like a 2-hour hike or something, because it's like on a part of the island that's on the Big Island. It's on the east coast, and yeah, I mean it's just like really like rainforesty and dense jungle kind of shit over there, so it's just not super accessible. But I went there with my sister and her wife, and yeah, it was just like the sick beach. There was no one there. It was huge. And since it's this like new beach, there's like nothing growing there, and like no plants really, just like some young coconut trees, but you couldn't even like really see those.
Sure.
That people would like plant there basically, because you can just take a coconut and throw it anywhere and it'll fucking grow. But yeah, it just felt like being on like an alien planet, because just because of like, yeah, like it's all black, the sand and everything. There's like no sign of any kind of civilization around there, like no other people, nothing, not even any kind of life at all, like no plants growing, no greens, just all just like black sand. And just, yeah, literally just felt like being on like some alien planet. And I was like, this is crazy. And I think that's kind of what I was telling you about it.
Yeah, definitely. You were describing the you know, just like how clean the water looked and how clear it looked with the black sand coming from underneath it. And yeah, I went home that day and I just remember thinking of it so vividly, and I already had some ideas written out in like a doc file that I was kind of working on, or kind of had ideas of. And one of the big themes I kind of wanted to try and have us explore more in our music, because I mean, I feel like there's allusions to it everywhere in our music before, in a way, but we never write like any songs about love directly so much to speak of, where it's like, it's not something that I feel like is ever really the central topic of our songs in the past. And I think it's such a common emotion and thing you think about more as an adult, or at least contextualize more as an adult in your life. So I thought that maybe in a little bit more of an, obviously our band has always talked about making this release go more towards of a humanistic direction, like lyrically, you know, more rooted and down to earth. And I thought that would be a cool thing to start introducing. So this is kind of the first song, I guess, that we put out that's really like a love song in a way, because it was it was heavily inspired by the plotline in plotline in, I forget which season, probably like 3 or 4 or 5 or something. 3 or 4, I think, in The Sopranos. And Tony ends up cheating on his wife by having an affair with this woman named Gloria Trillo that he falls in love with, who's a car saleswoman.
She's
but
good for me.
Yeah, he ends up actually falling in love with her, while obviously he has a wife and a family and they don't know shit about it. And yeah, he just keeps finding it's interesting, because obviously on paper, you know, you look at, you're married, obviously you're supposed to be faithful in a way to your fucking family, where you're not doing something like that. So it does look shitty for the character, but his relationship with that woman, like, he cares about her so much, and it's just like he puts so much faith into it as like this crutch that but it's just crazy, because it's like something that he can never have realistically in his life. So the chorus of this song is very much like representative of that, of just kind of like this unrequited love, where it's like, you know, it's very situational. It's something that, you know, yeah, it happens in that instance, but it might not be, you know, it might not work out in your day-to-day life, or it might not be something that's reasonable for you, or something that's even good for you when you think it is. So it's really interesting, because I think that theme really contrasts well, or it really goes together well with the melancholic vibe of the music.
The people dancing in the eye on the cover is based on this song.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like there's an episode in The Sopranos where it's a crazy plot line, and I'm not going to spoil everything, but Gloria, and well, I am going to spoil everything. Gloria ends up getting killed because she ends up going crazy after
20
Tony.
years old, people, come on.
After Tony realizes he can't make this work with his real life, and she ends up stalking him, and it starts to get really weird, and he hires somebody, or I think he has somebody threaten her, but then she ends up killing herself. So then he has this like dream sequence episode where he's wearing this really baller suit, but he's in this apartment with her, and she's making dinner for him, and like her head falls off to signify that she like fucking hung herself. Like, and there's like this whole choreographed dance scene that they share between each other. It's really beautiful. I don't know the exact episode, but we could probably reference it here with the text once we go back and figure it out. But
He goes, I know your head fell
I always
off, but
really
where's
liked
the
that fucking
ZD?
scene, and I always liked what they like. The wardrobe and like the cinematography in that scene is fucking 10 out of 10. Tony suit looks so fucking good. It's like that's kind of where those beginning lyrics come from about the shade, the suit, or whatever, about it being like the cover of a volcanic ash. And it was this connection I had made with the way Jace was kind of describing this black sand beach. So I just found this way to kind of weave those two themes together in this song, and that's pretty much what it ended up becoming, was sort of like relating this beach as this scene of like these characters are there, and it represents the unrequited love that they have for each other, where it's just sort of like, you know, you care and you love about a person, but it may not work for your reality, or it may not even be fucking good for you. But yeah, it's just kind of like that lost love type of vibe, and it's interesting how it all kind of came together that way, but it felt very natural when I was writing it, and the way it just ended up working out musically, I mean, with the song, like after I given you the lyrics, was
I feel
awesome.
like that was the first one I placed the vocals.
Might
to.
have been.
I think it
first
was.
or second. Yeah, it was pretty early on.
And I think it was the first, because I was
Yeah.
surprised that, because when you like, because you just like did stream of conscious shit and you didn't write to like the
Yeah, I
song,
did not
so I
write
was
to the music,
I was
yeah.
like dreading. I was like, oh man, I don't know if this is gonna fucking work. And then
But
I was
you
like, oh,
found-
that actually
yeah.
worked fine.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that was the first one, because it was like the newest, and then it was the most excited I was about the song, because it was like the newest one. So I was like, yeah, fuck, let's try this one.
right, yeah.
And it worked. It worked the best. Yeah, it was like, yeah, it was sick.
Yeah, it was very cool.
Definitely ruled.
It came out pretty quickly. I mean, it came together pretty quickly, at least. And I felt confident about it. Like, I remember showing those lyrics to everybody, and they dug them, or you guys all dug them.
I think the song title is like awesome.
Place that breaks your
Place that breaks
bones.
your
What a good song
Yeah,
title.
yeah, I
What
love
was,
that
uh,
title
I
too.
love
what was the working title for this one again?
Break dick, dude.
Break
Yes,
dick.
right. Break
Yeah.
dick. Yeah.
Because that
And,
riff breaks your fucking dick.
When
man.
when we like actually when we gave it a real name, the place that breaks your bones.
Yeah.
I remember like it took me a while to like, you know, switch over to the new name when
Oh,
I
yeah?
call
Yeah.
it. So, but what got me to remember it was, oh, it's the place that breaks your dick.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this is one of
Which is
the
pretty
easiest ones,
true
I
in
think,
a
for me
way.
to drop.
Kind of relevant still. Yeah.
Probably the easiest title for me to drop.
Yeah, same. Place that breaks, because break
Sheridan actually was probably easier.
but the place that breaks your bones, I don't know. I just try to think of like the play, because obviously the song is sort of about a place and what happens at said place. So just try to think of something sad sounding, and but also very like, you know, it's not something complex. It's not like a bunch of words just thrown together that you don't fucking understand. It's just like a very simple, like, I almost like calling it the place that breaks your bones, because it sounds so fucking off the nose. You know what I mean? It sounds so on the nose, like it's so like a direct song title. Like, oh, that's what happens when you go there. It breaks your bones. Like, that sucks.
Yeah.
But it's like,
Don't go there.
it's
That
really
place
just
ain't
kind
gonna
of
be
like,
no fun.
yeah, it just makes you feel fucking sad.
your
So it's
boner.
kind of like, it's that feeling of that, you know, that weight of not being able to have that thing that you want in the moment. So
I
yeah,
remember.
don't know.
I remember when we were recording the song, and when Pete was like bouncing the mixes to us and shit, and he put it was like the what do you call that when it's like the first letter of every word?
Oh,
It's not
acronym.
Acronym, yeah. He did that. And it was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
He was like, "What do you guys want me to call it? What do you guys want me to call this file?" I was like, "Call it place." He's like, "I'm not calling it place." I was like, "Why not? Just call it place. It's a good place, dude."
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's funny. Yeah, it's like, dude, it's a fucking place. That's
I
what I
remember
call it.
him
I
doing
always
that.
think about it as place, dude.
Place.
Yeah, it's fucking place, bro.
place.
Short.
Place that
Shorthand.
breaks your bones.
Yeah, dude.
Well, you know, it's kind of funny that like thinking of the title then now and then, so that beach being like an alien world or something, then I'm like, that makes me think of it like, this is some alien world where like gravity is a lot higher. So like you go to that place and literally like the gravity will just like crush your bones.
Yeah.
Shit
It's
like that.
Half-Life, dude.
Yeah, it reminds me of like Interstellar or some shit.
It's a Masvidalian world, dude.
Yeah,
You
the
go
song's
there, you get
actually
a free
about that.
Masvidalian guitar. Paul Masvidal would probably like this song.
I think you would.
We should call him right now. I got his number.
Yeah, call him up. Should we get him on the line?
1-800 Masvidal, dude.
Yeah, MASVIDAL.
It works.
It reaches Saul Masvidal though. You got to dial a different extension.
Yeah. For Paul
the seventh.
Mastival, press 1. For Saul Mastival, I can't fucking say it.
Press 40.
Masvidal.
Danny
my
also
number doesn't go up to 40.
fucking crushed it on his guest vocal
Yeah,
spot.
he
I
did.
thought Danny did a really good
Honestly,
job.
like,
This Demolic Lows.
We were
Yeah.
planning on a fun fact. We had initially thought of having Adam Warren on this song. We hit him up, but just didn't work out timing wise with how fast we needed to get it done by the time he was able to get to it, because we had pictured his like kind of highs over that section, but we ended up kind of having Danny do this like filtered effect over it, and I think it ended up sounding way fucking cool, and it was cool to just have him on the record again.
You said something about him being on this thing in the last episode, and I whenever I like listen to this song, I always like it seems like it's so seamless between Tim and Danny. Like I don't even notice
right?
that it changes, honestly, because they sound very similar. Like Danny definitely does more of a death metal thing rather than like kind of a tough grunt that Tim does, but it's still very like, and Tim does like some death metal shit too, but like a lot of times he's doing like a much more tough voice than Danny does. It's like I always forget that Danny's on. I'm like, oh, it just sounds very seamless. It's very funny.
Oh, I hear it. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
And maybe it's more easy for me to recognize it, but I like it. I think he sounds really cool over that section, and it was just cool to have those two guys on that song together.
Dueling, man.
Yeah, because they both are such fucking vocal powerhouse dudes. So it was really cool to just hear them on that track with
Danny
Tim.
just pops in, dude.
Yeah.
He just popped into the studio, man. We just hung out for an
For
hour
real.
and a
He
half
came in
and fucking
and tracked his part and fucking crushed it, and had a really good time with it.
yeah, it's a good song.
Yeah.
And what did you? I'm pretty much tapped out on this song unless you guys got shit.
I'm trying to think.
Oh, the solo.
Yeah.
That was
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
The acoustic part
you
at the
wrote
end
that
too.
solo.
Yeah, sometimes when you write a fucking song, you want to like signify there's a solo that's going to be at the spot so that like you tell everyone in the band that there's a solo there.
This is the solo part.
No, like I did.
Alex
that with
wrote a solo for the solo section, is what
it's
he's
like,
trying to tell
what I'm
you.
trying
Yeah.
to explain though is why
But-
I wrote the fucking solo, because like I
As a
really wanted
placeholder.
I wanted you. Yeah, it's like I wanted you guys to do it, but it's like you write like you want to signify there's gonna be a solo there. I did with No Land Man. I did like but I only did like 2 bars, and you didn't even use that. You know,
Right.
And I did it with this song. I was
did
like,
with him
I
at Broken
started
Teeth,
liking it. I was
too.
like, I really like this, and I really like the way it's going. And I just kept writing it, and I wrote the whole thing. And in the demo, it's like a synth solo.
Yeah.
because I didn't
yeah.
want to play it because I just like kind of wrote it like in the
Sure.
fucking MIDI. And everyone liked it, and they're like, "Oh, just keep it."
Yeah, I mean, when it came down to it,
You
like
just added harmonies and shit.
I learned how to play the solo already because I liked it, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna learn this." Because I don't know, I was thinking about things I could change in it, or just any other ideas for the solo part, like if I was just gonna rewrite it completely. But I was like, there's a lot of good stuff in this solo, so I want to keep some of it, so I'm gonna learn it anyway. And then I learned it, and then it's like it's also really fun to play. And at that point, I was just like, "Fuck it, let's just keep this. Like, it's good."
Dude, that solo sounds so fucking good too. It sounds
Yeah.
so much better on guitar.
But yeah,
and
you
the
got
way
your own
played
flair
it.
on it too.
Yeah.
Put a little flair on
so
it.
Like the
you know,
way
yeah.
that I
Solo.
love the way that solo closes out, where you hit that like ooh, that fucking like really strong ed note.
Yeah.
And it's got
the
that like
harmonic slide
Yeah,
down
It
thing.
delays a little bit.
That's a
too.
very
I
like,
love that. It
it's a
sounds
very,
awesome.
like necrophagous, like tech death
Right,
kind
but
of
it's like
thing
it
to
makes
do,
it
but
sound like
yeah.
a guitar solo, and I
Right,
think
right.
that's like when I first heard that synth solo, the first thing I was just like, no way, like I did
We're
not
not
like
doing
it.
this.
I was like, this cheesy. What are we gonna fucking? What are?
Well, yeah,
like,
it's just a
Or is it
placeholder.
you know what I mean?
Derek
And like,
Sheranian solo,
yeah,
dude?
exactly. That's the vibe that I thought, and I was like, because like I don't know, sometimes I think when it comes to songwriting too, not everybody knows certain people. Obviously, yeah, now we know Alex's intentions were a placeholder, but sometimes, as we'll discuss in the next song, Alex sends stuff over, and I don't know if it's intentionally a placeholder or not, or if it's just something that his crazy one-in-a-lifetime mind thinks up
man,
of.
I had some good
But,
placeholder solos.
I just feel like that solo ended up. Yeah, you really do, and I will say that too. There's a song I can't talk about that has a placeholder solo in it that I think is like really fucking
it's
sick.
actually legit kind of sick.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
the place
But,
the place that holds your
the place that holds your solo. Place. But
Solo that holds the place in that breaks your bones.
yeah, it's just good. It's a cool song. And it adds another cool color and texture to the record. I feel it adds this very, like I said, it's just like really sick song that transitions into or that takes you to the closer of the record. I feel like I think it does a good job of setting it up and cleansing the palette. So when you go into that last song, you don't know what to expect.
Yeah, they do
Yes.
transition well together. Like,
Yeah, that was intentional. Like we knew that was going to be like a fucking those songs would be back to back.
We didn't. We argued about that
I think
song.
you wanted that.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? I thought that was
No,
I thought
you
that was the
didn't
one
want
that was.
that.
I thought no, I definitely thought that was the best. I thought that
We're
everyone.
not even good to get into this fucking conversation. Right
No, I'm
now.
pretty sure I always thought that was a good transition.
Alex is always right.
I thought that was the only one that we didn't argue about. Was like the order was like
Yeah, I mean,
Painted
might
Hard
have-
to be last, and that had to be with it, so it would have to be second to last.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we ever thought this would work earlier in the album. That's for sure.
Yeah,
No, fuck
definitely.
So
feels
maybe
like
maybe we're all arguing and we were all in agreement, so we can't
yeah,
remember
'cause,
now.
I mean, I would love
True.
to find my old track list. I don't know if I have them saved anywhere, but
True.
It's probably saved
really
in
fun.
chat somewhere or something.
yeah, I would
You just
love
have
to
to dig
fucking
that up.
look at those and post them over us talking
Yeah.
right now, if I can find them.
probably would be nuts,
Yeah.
but you know,
Insane track list.
But no, I
We
think
always
it.
know
Yeah,
when
you're
was
right
gonna
though,
be at
Jason.
the
It
end, the
does
beginning.
fucking work really well. Like
Yeah.
the flow of it. The flow of the whole album is just
Like, it's-
spot on, and this just feels so well at the second
Yeah.
to last spot like that. I love it.
and both songs
Works.
thematically, I will say both songs have a much different sentiment to each other. I mean, like lyrically, thematically. So I feel like, because sometimes it's like I feel like we'll get into these things where it's like our tracklist arguments end up being like, I like how Sundial came out because I feel like it's not fucking like A and B. It's like the whole thing is like, it's unexpected. You know what I mean? It's like the way it flows. It's like it really, you get like a peaks and valleys as opposed to just one half of the record that's aggressive and one half of the record that's like progressive. You know what I mean? I feel like
For
we
sure,
do a good
yeah.
job of balancing that out.
It's
And,
totally balanced and it flows in that way.
I
It
think
takes you,
that's-
it,
yeah.
like the songs might not take you on a journey like Voice did, but the track listing does, and it
Right,
it throws
yeah.
you your curveballs. So it's not a concept, but it does it in its own way, which I think is fucking
Exactly.
sick.
Yeah.
So I think that was something
Yeah.
that we did that I like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Got
And
piss cam.
we got Piss
again.
Cam.
What?
We're almost done with this song.
Oh,
I mean, that's all I have on this
Boo.
one.
Yeah, that's all I got.
It
So-
was in heavy contention to be a single. I'll say that too.
Yeah, it was.
We
probably
definitely thought about it very heavily,
follow-up.
but
runner up. I mean,
we decided not to
cool.
because I think it's a really strong album and it's cool song on the album. And I think it's cool to save that shit for the record. So
yeah. True.
fuck yeah. Alrighty,
Cool.
thanks guys for listening for the Place That Breaks Your podcast. This is Alex gonna piss in this beer can right
Kind of
now.
like the podcast that breaks your bones.
Podcast that breaks your bones.
that's too obvious.
What
Place
about
that
the
breaks your
Oh, it's
podcast?
too
What about the
obvious.
pod
It's
that
dumb.
place that breaks your cast?
What
Yeah,
about the
dude.
cock that pisses in a bottle, then
That
gets cut
pisses
by the
in your-
bottle top, and then you
Yeah.
bleed everywhere, and you go to the
Yeah,
hospital,
and
and,
then
then we
it's-
don't film the
it
podcast anymore
stinks
because
to-
you
Does
that happen to
ruined the
somebody?
day.
Yeah, it
I don't
stinks to
know.
piss and you can't jack off for like a week because it has to heal.
Yeah.
Probably more than a
Your
week.
bones. Yeah, that.
That bone.
Yeah,
That bone.
I feel so
You did-
alone.
In
Going
my
to the
dick
place that
bone.
breaks your bones.
Nice.
What if we put that lead over that song? Anyway, I don't know. I'm going off on the deep end here.
Yeah. Okay. I think we're done.
All right.
Yep.
Till next time.
Bye.